Let's go. I got a vision I see in my head, a melody buried deep into my soul. They call us crazy, we cutting the edge, unlocking the future and letting it go. This is a calling that's higher. The time we decided our stories are gonna be told. This is where legends are born. We paving the road, a future that favors the bold. Break the rules, break the laws. This is the moment we change it all. Break the rules, break the laws. This is the moment we change it all. Yeah, greatness. Yeah, it feels like greatness. Woo! Greatness. Yeah, it feels like greatness. Legendary in the making. Reach out and we take it. About to emerge, we on the verge, and it feels like greatness. Something coming, I can feel it. Deep down in my spirit. Revolution, it's a new day. Time to redefine the limits. So vivid, I can see it. So loud, I can hear it. So they calling me a madman, but the future belongs to the fearless. Break the rules, break the laws. This is the moment we change it all. Break the rules, break the laws. This is the moment we change it all. Yeah, greatness. Yeah, it feels like greatness. Woo! Greatness. Yeah, it feels like greatness. Legendary in the making. Reach out and we take it. About to emerge, we on the verge, and it feels like greatness. Greatness. Yeah, it feels like greatness. Woo! Greatness. Yeah, it feels like greatness. Legendary in the making. Reach out and we take it. About to emerge, we on the verge, and it feels like greatness. This is the truth, into the light. Taking our dreams and we bring them to life. This is the truth, into the light. Taking our dreams and we bring them to life. Yeah, greatness. Yeah, it feels like greatness. Woo! Greatness. Yeah, it feels like greatness. Legendary in the making. Reach out and we take it. About to emerge, we on the verge, and it feels like greatness. We about to set the tone. We about to write the code. Yeah, we writing the code. Yeah. We on a new elevation. We came here to shatter the mold. We gon' shatter the mold. Yeah. We about to set the tone. We about to write the code. Yeah, we writing the code. Yeah. We on a new elevation. We came here to shatter the mold. Yeah. I know you hear it. I know you see it. We got a fearless. We got a genius. We got defiance. We got a beacons. We got a true believers. Yeah. Greatness. Yeah, it feels like greatness. Woo! Greatness, yeah, it feels like greatness. Legendary in the making. Reach out and we take it. About to emerge, we on the verge, and it feels like greatness. Yeah. Greatness.
On the front lines of my mind now, writing my you smell what The Rock is cooking? The Rock says, The Rock says, The Rock says, The Rock.
I hear voices in my head, they counsel me, they understand, they talk to me. You got your rules and your religion, all designed to keep you safe. But when rules start getting broken, you start questioning your faith. I have a voice that is my savior, hates to love and loves to hate. I have a voice that has the knowledge and the power to your fate.
Hello and welcome to the WWE Wrestling Talk Show with Lisa Rock Jones and
Sean Randy Smith was to bring you our reactions to last Saturday's WWE Backlash from San Juan, Puerto Rico in front of 17,944,000 WWE Universe.
vocal WWE fans making it so nice when WWE do shows outside of the US, with the maybe slight exception of Saudi
Arabia or Qatar.
So Backlash, we had 7 matches in total. 3 of them were championship matches.
And we're starting off with a match for the Raw Women's Championship as Bianca Belair put her title on the line against Io Sky.
Now this would have marked a momentous occasion if Bianca Belair was able to walk out of this match, because she will have gotten some records. But first she had to escape 1/3 of Damage Control in Io Sky.
So Io Sky makes her entrance, and to the shock of me and my colleague, Io Sky was getting cheered, and when Bianca made her entrance, she was being booed out of the arena.
Well, and that, I wouldn't say it's just that, because Bianca Belair has played a heel in NXT, but not as of yet in the main roster. And the WWE management, hopefully, unless Madman decides to poke his nose where it doesn't belong, should be able to recognize when fans are starting to sour on someone as a face, or what way they're being presented, and either change something which can keep them as a face, or turn them heel.
So the match got underway with this wacky sort of like roll switch, as it were.
Also, for once, there was no Bailey and Dakota in the beginning anyway.
Yes. So actually, this match was pretty hard-hitting.
One
There was a lot of false finishes.
one of Bianca Belair's best, or better, championship matches. So after a good 16 minutes back and forth, of course Bailey and Dakota Kai tried to get involved.
Yes. Which,
Yes, so they get involved. There's a few things that the referee clearly sees, and I'm like, why aren't you ejecting them? For example, and this was probably the crucial thing which cost EO the match.
yes.
Bianca Belair was down. EO was going for the diving moonsault, and Bailey was had grabbed hold of Bianca's hair, which she has been known to be her target for a while.
Yes.
However, the referee sees this,
Does.
giving a warning to Bailey. This kind of causes, I wouldn't say, a mid-distraction for EO,
Yes.
but buys enough time for Bianca Belair to move out of the way for the moonsault and hit the KOD onto Io Sky to win the match and retain the Raw Women's Championship, despite being on SmackDown. However, with this win, Bianca Belair not only became the longest reigning Raw Women's Champion, officially overtaking Becky Lynch's record reign, there is also the longest reigning Women's Champion in the modern era of WWE Women Wrestling. The closest someone has come to equaling Trish Stratus's year and a half reign as champion in over 18 years.
Next, we move on to our as Seth Rollins took on the Nigerian giant known as Omos.
Yes, well, this wasn't necessarily a match, for me anyway. For me, this was about 10 minutes worth of the crowd just going, oh.
Yeah, the crowd was singing Seth Rollins' theme tune. And even during it, Seth Rollins had a boot to the face from Omos.
Yeah, almost booted Rollins before the match actually started. Rollins I'll give Rollins credit. He's trying to give Omos a good match. I just don't see Omos at the moment as someone who's particularly good in the ring. At least when it comes to big guys, at least someone like a Mark Henry or Big Show can actually go. Whilst Omos, I dare say, is leaning more towards a Greg Khali type of person. At the moment, at least.
The match ended in quite an unusual way.
Yes, first of all, Seth Rollins hit the stomp, only for almost a kick out.
Agreed.
Rollins decided to go for a super stomp from the middle rope that was able to keep Omos down for a 3 count.
Yes, which was incredible to see Seth did that.
And
even as Seth got the win, the crowd was still chanting, was still singing along to his theme tune.
And then, of course, 48 hours later, Seth Rollins would just move his sights to the newly created / reintroduced World Heavyweight Championship, which we will get to in more detail in a couple of weeks' time.
Next, we move on to our triple threat match for the United States Championship, as Austin Theory put his title on the line against Bobby Lashley and Bronson Reed.
We're going to keep this short and sweet, in a way a bit like the match was.
In around 6 minutes and 50 seconds.
Bronson Reed was drafted to Raw in the draft, and of course the draft took effect on Monday's episode of Raw. The only people I believe that are allowed to float between both shows are the men's and women's tag team champions.
Yes.
So Bronson Reed was on Raw, whilst Austin Theory and Bobby Lashley were going to be heading over to SmackDown. That kind of automatically ruled out Bronson Reed of winning this.
So basically, Bronson Reed hits this. Bronson Reed gets hit with a spear by Bobby Lashley. Lashley then gets chucked out the ring by Theory. Theory picks the bones. 1, 2, 3.
Typical heel stealing win in a multi-person match.
Yeah, talk about cutting it short. Then we move on to a match that had some local pride to it, as Rhea Ripley put her SmackDown Women's Championship on the line against the hometown girl, Puerto Rico's own LWO member, Zelina Vega, who came out to the ring wearing Puerto Rico-style gear.
Now, this was a decent match, even for its length. However, just like this was also highly predictable, because after after Ripley's performance in the Royal Rumble match, then beating Charlotte at WrestleMania, she was not going to lose the championship in her first title defense.
No, she wasn't, because she would pin Zelina Vega with the riptide, and after Rhea Ripley left the ring, Zelina Vega was given a rightly deserved standing ovation by her hometown crowd.
Now, the only slight thing about this is something I thought they would rectify on Raw. Bianca Belair was the Raw Women's Champion and is now appearing on SmackDown. Rhea Ripley is the SmackDown Women's Champion and appearing on Raw.
So maybe there could be a title swap.
Either they're going to do a title swap at some point, or possibly, especially considering what the name of the premium live event is, when WWE goes to Saudi Arabia at the end of the month, for Night of Champions, they could do some kind of unification match between Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. I haven't finally decided that the women's locker room is only big enough to accommodate one women's championship in the tag team titles. Either way, at some point they've either got to do that or switch the titles.
And fingers crossed, we do not have another Becky Lynch Charlotte situation.
Well, unlike that, but I don't think it in real life anyway, or character-wise maybe, but I don't think there is any bad blood between Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair like there was with Becky and Charlotte, and still is.
Anyway, we move on to our next match, which some people have said should have been the main event, or dual main event, as Bad Bunny takes on his former tag team partner, Damian Priest, in a San Juan street fight.
Well, this was being
Basically no holds barred.
This was being billed as the dual main event. This is basically a no holds barred street fight.
Where pinfall and submission must count only in the ring.
Pinfall submission in the ring, but you could attack people with weapons,
anything that isn't nailed down,
basically, and fight anywhere in the arena. But the final pin or submission had to take place in the ring. During this match, there were of course weapons.
There were.
However, and Bad Bunny, who unlike certain celebrities, wants to get involved.
Yes.
And doesn't just go through the motions. Would spend quite a bit of the match going after Damian Priest's leg. Then, in the crowd area, Bad Bunny would go flying.
He would. Literally flying.
Then as the action got back to the ring, then Bad Bunny started to gain an advantage. Of course, here comes the rest of the Judgment Day. In Finn Balor and Dominic Ungrateful Mysterio.
Yeah.
To put a beat down on Bad Bunny. They are interrupted when Rey Mysterio comes down. Because of course this entire thing was originally designed and set up at WrestleMania to be a tag team match between Rey and Bad Bunny and Damian and Dominic, but apparently they decided to have enough faith in Bad Bunny that he could go it on his own.
Yes.
Yeah, so when Rey Mysterio comes in to try to equal the odds, he is, I wouldn't say outnumbered, but subdued by the Balor and Dominic. And then a familiar music goes off, in which one person got the loudest pop that I think he will ever receive in his career. With Carlito coming running down to the rim, in an LWO shirt,
to even up the odds.
taking out Balor and Dominic, hitting the backstabber onto Balor. He went for his patented apple, except Dominic decided you're not going to spit into Finn Balor's face. But then Rey Mysterio hit the 619 onto him, and he got spat in his face. So then Priest, Balor and Dominic decide to retreat,
Yes.
only to be intercepted in the entranceway by another San Jose, Puerto Rico legend.
In WWE Hall of Famer, Sadio Vega.
And as if they weren't bad enough, he then called for the rest of the LWO to come out in Legado del Fantasma. So then, the Judgment Day was stuck between a rock and a hard place. So it was though they were brawling in the alley, all this time there's still an official match going on in the ring.
Yes.
Bad Bunny manages to get Damian Priest locked into a figure four. Who we learned that from, I wonder?
Yes.
However, Priest manages to get out of that.
Yes.
Then Bad Bunny attacks Priest several times with a steel chair. And finally, Bad Bunny hits the Canadian / Bunny Destroyer onto Priest for the free count and to win the match. And of course, he celebrated with the LWO, including Carlito and Zelina Vega.
Yes.
Then
we move on to... Oh, yes.
The next match was a 6-man tag team match with the undisputed tag team champions of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn teaming up with Matt Riddle to face the Fractured Line.
Of Solo Sikoa, Jay Uso, and Jimmy Uso.
This is the second year in a row that the Bloodline have been involved in a 6-man tag team match at Backlash.
Yes.
This, of course, is what you expect for a 6-man tag team match. Chaos all over the place. The Bloodline trying and almost failing, almost succeeding to target and single out one person.
Yes.
However, towards the end of the match, there started to be a bit of dissension and cracks started to form between Solo Sikoa and Jey Uso.
There was a little bit of tension there. It even got to the point where Solo Sikoa was about to Samoan Spike one of his brothers.
Was going to spike Jey, but I think it was either Riddle or Zane sort of interrupted that, and he went back on the assault there.
Yeah.
But Riddle hit the Broderick onto Jey Uso. However, Solo had made a tag, making him the legal man, and he hit the Samoan Spike onto Riddle to get the pin for the Bloodline. And however, things do appear to be getting tense in there. And if I was you boys, I would buckle up, because tomorrow night, at the time of this recording, the head of the table returns to SmackDown.
He does indeed. So you better back down the hatches, Bloodline, because you've got a very angry tribal chief to attend to. And our main event of the evening was the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, taking on
His real life nightmare, Brock Lesnar.
Lesnar made his way down to the ring.
Yes, well, yes, this can, this can sort of turn into a play. We can almost do a play-by-play of the entire match here. Well,
and then Cody thought it a good idea to jump Brock mid-entrance.
Yeah, Lesnar was parading around ringside rather than getting into the ring, so Cody decides to attack him. There's a wee bit of a brawl before the match actually gets underway. They get back into the ring. The bell rings. Cody starts to reassault Lesnar. We get a flash of Goldust in there. However, it doesn't take long for Cody Rhodes to be introduced to a little place called Suplex City.
Nope, it didn't take long at all.
So we had several different suplexes, not apart from his German kind.
Suplexes all over the place.
However, one of Lesnar's fatal mistakes, because there was two, was to expose the turnbuckle.
Yes, that would come back to bite him very quickly.
Yes, because Rose was in the corner, he managed to duck out of the way, sending Lesnar straight into the turnbuckle, and Lesnar would quickly see his own blood.
Yes.
Rhodes took advantage of this by hitting several Cody cutters, otherwise known as RKOs. Then he would also hit two crossroads.
He would.
Lesnar would kick out at two. Then I believe he went for another Cody cutter or a disaster kick, one or the other. And was caught into an F5. But he did not get Rhodes kicked out of that.
He did.
After the crossroads, I think it was after the crossroads kick out. Lesnar managed to get the Kimura Rock onto Cody Rhodes. Now we all know that the history that Brock Lesnar has with the Kimura Rock. Just ask Triple H.
Yes.
And a few others. However, Cody Rhodes managed to leverage Brock Lesnar onto his shoulders long enough for the referee to count the 3 count, and the official winner of the match is Cody Rhodes. However, let's just say that Brock Lesnar wasn't necessarily going to take that lying down, because as part of the World Heavyweight Championship tournament, which again we will get into in more detail in a couple of weeks, in a triple threat match between Seth Rollins, The Miz, and Cody Rhodes, Brock Lesnar decided to get involved.
He did. He literally pulled Cody Rhodes out of the ring and F5'd him on the floor.
And then through the announce table, basically saying that he wasn't done with him yet. And then Lesnar would challenge Cody to a rematch at Night of Champions, which was accepted by Cody Rhodes.
So let us run you through the Backlash card one more time.
In the opening match, Bianca Belair retained the Raw Women's Championship by defeating Io Sky.
Seth freaking Rollins defeated Omos in a one-on-one match.
Austin Theory escaped with the United States Championship by taking advantage of last week's big move and won the triple threat match with Lashley and Bronson Reed.
Rhea Ripley retained her SmackDown Women's Championship against Zelina Vega.
Bad Bunny defeated Damian Priest with the assist of Carlito and the LWO.
The Bloodline did manage to beat Matt Riddle and the Undisputed Tag Team Champions of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
And the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes defeated the Beast Incarnate, the alpha male of that species, Brock Lesnar.
Oh shit. So that is it for Backlash altogether.
And WWE returns for its next premium live event in just over 2 weeks' time when they head back to the lovely kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
So until then, he's been
This is Rock Jones, and he's been
Sean Randy Smith, and we will see you in 2 weeks.